It's fine. I'll cut it out. I'll cut it out. It's fine. Who's your girl with the great big knives who's come back home looking for revenge? Why, it's me, Kristi. Hello. I'm here. I'm going to play Griftlands for you. I'm going to play Griftlands for me, too, because I like this game. I've been playing it a lot, and it keeps doing stuff, which I find very interesting, but we're going to just sort of do the, do a basic thing. Let's get into the game. Can we get into the game? We can double click the Griftlands button. Did I have any other games open that I needed to close and forgot about? No. Hi, Bad Road. I try not to play games I don't like on stream. I've done that before. I did fucking 4 weeks of Nobody Lives Forever. And there are things I enjoy about No One Lives Forever, but, like, I shouldn't have done 4 weeks. I should have done one, said, okay, I see what this is, and relegated it to the past. So here we are. It should pop up. The video. There it is. Nolf with your friends. That's good. Did it have a multiplayer option? It seems like a game that should have had a multiplayer option. But I actually don't know if it did. I'm going to go back and check that. I keep saying that maybe I should check out No One Lives Forever 2, since I have that also. Maybe they learned their lessons from the first one, and I can come back in and, like, do a thing about it. Maybe I can get it to agree with modern technology a little bit better. We'll see about that in the future. Anyway, Griftlands. A wonderful narrative roguelike. And we are going to be very basic. I'm going to start over here with the first character available to you when you start up the game. I have played a lot. I have a lot of things unlocked. We're going to negate as much as that as possible. Sally Derrick, the bounty hunter. Sal escapes a life of servitude to claim the ultimate bounty and get her revenge. Which sounds fresh as hell. I have a bunch of points to spend. No, not introduction. Level 1, prestige. Let's just go with the basic outfit. All of these outfits are rad. This one kind of looks like a vault dweller. This one's very tech. I sort of don't like that for her. It strikes a nice balance. Should I just clear all slots? I'll just clear all slots. Got a little bit of an intro.
So many times. But what if she gets you first? What if someone else does? You scratch those thoughts out like lines on the paper. You're here for Cascio. That's the only way this story ends.
That's quite quiet, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it is quite quiet, because this is the level of volume I play with. Oh, at 5. That sounds like me. Let's turn that up so we can get some clearance in the thing. That looks better. Let us apply those changes. Fish has a drink waiting for you. Even though it's been years, she remembered your favorite. Fish being a Jake's bartender. She loves us because she was friends with our parents. She's called Fish because she's missing an eye. You're not the only one who wants Kaisho out of the picture. Play your cards right, and that revenge you want so bad, it'll deliver itself. We have starting bonuses that we can choose. We can upgrade a negotiation card. We can take healing vapors, which is a card I don't particularly like. We can take some grenades. Let us simply upgrade one of our cards. Swing people to your side, and you just might have a chance. So there are 2 decks that you battle with. This is a card. This is like a deck builder card battle kind of thing. Not dissimilar to Slay the Spire. except we have two decks, one of which is the battle deck, which is like Slay the Spire. We attack, we defend, we have odd things that do other odd things. And then the negotiation deck, which plays similarly, but it's sort of a different feel. I guess we'll just see when we get into it. But it's a little more complex than the just back and forth, take damage, defend. We're choosing a one more time. We're choosing a negotiation card to upgrade. These apply 3 composure, which is like your defense and negotiation if we upgrade it. So upgrading a card is going to give us options that we can choose to upgrade. I'm trying to figure out what I would like to upgrade. Oh, and there on the left, it's showing what inspiration and attitude are. This card inserts inspiration or attitude into your hand. Both of which are free, one of which gains us 2 influence, the other gains us 1 dominance, which buffs different kinds of things. Maybe I'm going a little too deep in for this early. Let me just choose a choice. Okay, so apply 4 composure to all friendly arguments, which is quite good, because that will defend everything that we have and not just our body. But we expend it, so this card goes away until the end of the round. Or restore 5 resolve, which is basically health, and apply 5 composure, and then we destroy this card, which does just what it sounds like. We don't get it back. Let's take expend. Let's learn a little bit about what's going on.
Takuhoa.
Help me get my bearings. It's been a long time since I was last in Havaria.
Tupusutia.
It's dirty and broken, like always. If debt brokering was bad when you were a kid, it's worse now. We sort of skipped over it because this isn't my first time playing. The game sort of, like, jumps over some pieces. We were sold into indentured servitude because of like, debt barons. Specifically one debt baron called Kaisho. We would like to kill Kaisho. Hi, Alma. Great, I just had dinner and now I want ravioli too. Thanks, title card. Listen, I'm here to help.
Tiasupako.
Half the population is indentured, and it's them that holds contracts to sell them to pay off their own. No wonder customs was so uptight on my way back in. Must be a lot of fraud. That ain't a half of it. The Admiralty is pushing for an official annex. They want to make everyone real Deltrian citizens with papers and everything. In Havaria? You're joking. Now they say it'll stop illegal debt brokering. Now anyone with a hand in labor contracts is real ornery, from the poor to the powerful. You can imagine the reaction. I can. The annex can't be a popular move. Most people come here to get away from the Admiralty. It ain't. Both the spree and the cult are in arms about it. The spree because they're criminals, and the cult because they profit off the labor more than everybody. Yeah, there's no need to tell me that. The cult's holding a big shindig in a few days, the usual wheeling and dealing in the name of the divine. Word is the Admiralty is going to use it to make their proposition, mandatory citizenship. It's going to need to be a mighty good pitch to convince the cult, and I wouldn't put it past the spree to set fire to the whole affair if it can. Fish cast a dour eye over the bar, like it's a garden on the near side of winter. If I say tensions is real high, it'd be smart to keep your head down instead of going looking for trouble. Let's ask about... I don't think I ever looked at this. Fish's full name is Fish Meanie Weenie. And that's just fun to say. A former bounty hunter and current owner of the Grogan Dog. So what do I owe you for this, Fish? A cut of my takings? Cash, no. I left my bounty hunting days behind me. I owed your parents once. I don't like leaving debts unsettled, even to dead folks. They were decent people, South Allen. Watch you don't end up like them. You know, even when you pay off the debts, this Derek still owns your name. I'm an Ick Derek now, or so they tell me. Yeah, that's a messed up bladder rat, though. Yeah. You lined up work for me real fast. Need some kind of mover here?
So it does.
Nah, I just know people, and people know me.
Popol.
You don't need to go after Kasho, kid. I got enough work to keep you busy. And I spent my childhood in a lumen pipe because of her, and now she's worth more money than either of us can count. And she's more dangerous than either of us can figure. You go after her, and she'll clap back with a knife for each kidney. I may have extras to spare, but you only got 2. I worked off a lifetime's debt in 10 years so I could get back here and settle the score. If you were my friend, you wouldn't be telling me to drop it. Ah, Hash, that ain't what I meant. You know it ain't. You give you a roof, a bed, and at least one good meal a day. You live your life the way you want. It's yours. I'll pay you back. I know. Let's get you to work. I don't know if that's a Hawaiian name or a beanie weenie joke. Can it not be both? It could be both. Let's get some work. I got people in my pocket who owe me a favor. Tack, the ban, and AOWare. They're easy people to find. Tell them I sent you and they can settle their tabs by getting you work. Get that done and I'll get you a plate of popped onshu eyes on the house. Onshu, a giant domesticated snail used for food, transport, and entertainment. The 3 genders. Let's pretend I didn't say that. Bless your warty hide. Bless your warty hide, fish. I'll hold you to that. So yeah, we got a map of beautiful Havaria. It's mostly above ground. Here's the Admiralty base. It's big and imposing. Oil derrick out here. Steaming carcasses. Here's a thing with a skull. What do we want to take? Internal Affairs. Airware wants you to beat up Tony. Keep the violence covert and be careful not to kill her. Good. Bon is hoping to get Manuai fired so her friend can take over. Bon just needs your help making it happen. It's also showing us the rewards we can get for these. What was the reward? Starting bonus, 55 money and 5 metal, which is another more different kind of money. Basically the same. This one we get all that, and then we also get Admiralty Orders, a card that I don't think I want. So let's go with one of these. By the way, you might notice that all of these things we're doing are sort of scummy. Yes. Yes, they are. This is a noir story. It's actually 3 noir stories that sort of butt up against each other. One for each character you can play as. And in true noir fashion, there's no such thing as a good guy, really. There's no such thing as a good group. There's lots of factions in this sort of region, and all of them have problems with each other, and all of them have problems full stop. So we're gonna end up doing some scummy shit today. Letting you know. I don't want to beat up someone. Let's try early retirement. And we get jumped on the way there. A mysterious figure approaches you. Greetings, Grifter. You look like you could use an edge. We got 2 already, friend. I don't Oh, you're referring to your blades. While I'm referring to specially imported battle goods from the Roaloch, a remote archipelago in biomass. You interested? Serrated Dirk. Apply 3 wound and insert this other card into your hand, which applies 3 bleed. Both of those dealing 3 damage also. For 20 bucks, this actually isn't terrible. Ask about the price. That is suspiciously cheap. What's the deal? You may take the deal or leave it. My reasons are my own. I mean, alright, I'll take your cheap knife. Always on the lookout for a cheap knife. we were going to early retirement. Hey, Andy. There are a lot of really excellent fits in this game. There's a lot of... they did a really good job taking this, like, oh, it's sci-fi armor, and then just, like, making it look really cool. Not that sci-fi armor isn't usually cool, but it looks pretty distinct. Like the Admiralty here, they look like cops and knights and tech war soldiers at the same time. Which is exactly what they are. They're very good. I mean, they're not, but the costuming is very good. You wish to speak with me. Bond can knock some sense into you. Or out, your choice.
Ganatico.
I didn't think my day would involve a grifter dealing. So I'm not gonna do voices for everyone, because there are a lot of... Let me talk about this then real quick. So there's a lot of characters in this game, and they're all like this. It's Bond, Jake Smuggler, and they all sort of there's like a stock of about 30 characters that sort of get randomized and shuffled around, because this is a roguelike. And so if I started up a new game and somehow managed to get this exact quest in my list, I could choose it, but it would probably be a different person who wants me to get someone fired for an entirely different reason. And I think that's neat. The game starts talking about that after a while, which is also neat. I haven't gotten to the bottom of that. I hope to eventually, because it's a rad idea. But we're gonna move along. Opportunity, early retirement. I feel like making sci-fi armor actually novel is not an automatic thing, but I love that they did it. Yeah. They made some choices. I love Sal's one big pauldron, like cloud, except it's got, like, exhaust jets for no purpose. I'm here on business, actually. You wanted a hunter? All right. A friend of mine's coming to town and they need a job. Unfortunately, all the best jobs are taken, often by unqualified track. Manawai in particular. I've written letters of complaint to his superiors, but nothing's been done. Wow. After you wrote letters of complaint and everything. Yeah, right? My friend needs that job, so I want you to get Manawai fired. With force if necessary. Bond is hoping to get Manawai fired so her friend can take over. We get to pick a card to start. We get $60. We get 5 other buffs. Let us choose a negotiation card, I guess, to add to our thing. I want to take build rapport. We haven't gotten to a fight yet. And I'll talk a little bit more about it, but you gain 2 influence, and wow, I love gaining influence in negotiation. Because it makes other green cards, like green cards that you attack with, do their maximum damage every time. And that's just fresh. Sure, why not? Should be an easy task. Lasquo is the site supervisor. She's the one you'll want to convince. I'll keep that in mind. Then we move up here to the oil refinery derrick pumping station. Yeah. So we are, so there's a lot of people just sort of around. And we could try to make friends with all of these people. Or at the very least, pay them to look the other way while we attempt to intimidate someone from not having a job anymore. We're not going to do that. We're just going to move forward. We can just talk to Manawai directly instead of going to their boss. Manawai was raised to believe hard work would be rewarded, and you're impressed he hasn't had a crisis of faith. The Kardeshi looks up and down in suspicion. Convince Manawai to leave their job. This will start a negotiation. Man, you work here? It's kind of a dump, ain't it?
Pizzana?
Is it? So here we are. We got our deck. And as you could probably have determined, we are trying to reduce this 23 to 0 while they're trying to do the same to us. So first of all, let's stop that. This is showing how much damage will be done to us. So we're going to take 4 damage right here. And then this other thing is going to happen at the end of turn. It doesn't matter. We're going to get our damage in first and they control off. This is the one where you use a card game to argue with people. Alice played a little bit of it when it was still in early access. And from early access to now, a lot of stuff has been like changed and fleshed out, like early access games should be on their way to like full release. And this game's absolutely worth the money if you were wanting to if you were like looking and thinking, oh, that's cool, but I don't know. Let me tell you, you should know. It's okay in here. God, what do I want? I cannot mitigate this damage unless I improvise something. Right, we have 3 actions down here. Again, much like Slay the Spire, we have 3 actions down here. Each of these cards cost 1 action. Some cost more, but this is our starting deck. We improvise a card, which means that we get to choose between 3 cards that cost 0. None of which help us that much. Flustered reduces enemy damage coming in, which is probably the best play for right now, since we can't actually block. And so they have arguments that they have over here, which are hindering us in some way. This is suspicion. Diplomacy cards, that's green cards, deal 2 less damage at a minimum of 1 damage. And if I can hit that with Threaten and... Nah, I missed it. I was like, if I could kill it outright with 4, then Fast Talk would do more than 1 damage. Unfortunately, it's dealing 1 damage. Got it out of the way though, so we should be able to put in a lot more damage next turn. Let's get our block in. Gain 2 influence and apply 3 composure to it. So influence lets diplomacy cards deal maximum damage, like this one down here. It's now doing 3 out of its 3 damage. It's only gonna fucking do 1 because they had block up, but hey, some is better than none. Some is better than none. What's this back here? Bone Tired. When destroyed, Menawai loses 9 resolve. And I can just deal 3 damage to it. So yeah, get fucked. Let's play Threaten and see if we can't get the max damage off it. No. 3 instead of 4. If we'd managed to roll 4 in there, I could have just played Fast Talk and got rid of them outright. Let's apply some block. And our turn. How is the sound balance now that we've gotten into some game and I'm doing a lot more talking? While I wait for those answers to come in, I'll think about this. So I could just play Fast Talk. No, I was about to say I could just play Fast Talk and destroy them, but I can't because I have block up. What happens if we do this? Not enough is what happens if we do this. We can apply 3 block to a thing so we don't take any damage and then just slap in with another 3.
Smititona.
Okay, so like I was starting to say at the beginning of last turn before I noticed the board state, I could just play fast talk and kill him outright, but I don't want to do that. And I don't want to do that because you see these little blue, I'm pointing at my screen, you see these little blue hashes underneath the name? So that's experience for each individual card. Every time you play a card, one of those lights up. When all of them lights up, you get to evolve the card into a more powerful version of that card. Or sometimes a worse version of that card. Because I don't understand why some of these are the way they are. So rather than just kill outright, and we're going to use our other two to, I don't know, gain some influence. Oh, that deals damage too. Dunk, it's fine. Apply 3 composure. Then we'll rhetorically run rings around them. At the end of the negotiation, we get to pick a negotiation card. Remove one of your arguments, inceptions, or bounties. Gain 2 actions. That sounds good, especially if I don't have a lot of things that draw cards. But if I come into some stuff that draws cards, like Brainstorm here, that could be good. Gain 2 influence. At the end of your turn, lose 2 influence. I'm just going to draw 3 cards. I gain 1 metal and heal some health. Some of your skill set can do better elsewhere, right? There's got to be loads of opportunities available. You could get a job with Benedict. You could turn a coat with Benedict, or even a raise.
Patulki.
Hey, you know what? I could, yeah. Manawai throws his work badge on the ground. I'm desirable. I'm skilled. I'm not gonna stand for this. The future's the limit, baby. Manawai saunters off to enjoy his newfound freedom, but not before throwing a rude gesture towards his colleagues. Good for Manawai. It's a harsh job market out there. As with most Admiralty, Lasco is hard on crime that doesn't pay. They don't have anything for me beyond that. And now we go back, report the job's done, and get paid. She said, covering the fact that she had to stop for a moment to rub her eye. Job's done. Manawai is out of work. Well, it's great news. Hey, meet Veep. He's gonna do a real bang-up job. Maybe Lasco will finally be able to get some rest and not have to clean up after others anymore. Nice to meet you. Thanks for the job. Now you go get to work. Veep likes you. I'm glad. I'm glad Veep likes me because I helped to get him hired. Why did we want him to quit his job? Well, we didn't. Bond did. And Bond's paying us, so... This is what I was saying about, like, film noir. We're not really... We're doing our best. Or we're not, depending on the choices we make. But I'm going to be trying my best. But, some things are going to happen. To answer the question, I'm sorry, Bon wanted Manawai to quit his job so that she could get her friend Veep hired. Which is why Veep likes us. We got him a job. If we stick around with Veep a little more, he might learn to love us. Or we could just give him $100. That will make him love us. And then we would get a negotiation boon. What is this? Voice of the people, start all negotiations with an argument that targets an opponent for 2 damage every turn. Which is pretty good, honestly. But not enough for me to spend 2/3 of my money right here, right now. We'll wait until we're a little richer before we start handing out the buffs. Oh, a bunch of stuff happened. So these are the quests we had previously. Wait, they're not. They're new quests, but these are regular quests that we can go do. And then there's these orange things, limited time opportunities. We can do one of these. And then the other will disappear. Or we can choose to ignore both of them and then they'll disappear as soon as we do something else. And then this is a challenging quest, which is another kind of thing. These aren't quests, they're just like events. Quests like these have like a couple of steps to them. So does this. If we take one of these quests, then this one will vanish. So I might go do this here in a second. Let's loot a battlefield or meditate. Let's go meditate. The woods fall silent. There's nobody around. You can take a moment to gather your thoughts. Meditate for a short while, which will restore the 2 resolve that we lost in that last negotiation. We can meditate for a long while, which would restore 30, and we would lose 5 HP. Meditate on the nature of meditation. This will increase your max resolve by 5, but we'll lose 20 right now. Which, you know, more max is better. We can get by on 12 resolve, I think. You empty your mind and ponder the nature of the void. You finish the session exhausted, but you learned a thing or two about your own insignificance. And we'll go do whatever this is. No, we'll get jumped before that. Zimin approaches you. It's the same guy that sold us the knife a little while ago. Grifter, finally found you. I need that serrated dirk back. That thing you sold me? Yeah, there was a misunderstanding. It was not mine to sell. You will be reimbursed. I could give it back and get my money back, and Zimin will love me. Or I can hold him out for like $100. That's a lot of money. I'm not going to do that. Having friends is a lot more useful than having money in the long term. So we're just gonna do a straight exchange. Thank you very much, Grifter. I appreciate this, truly. And we get a boon because Zimin loves us. Whenever we sleep, increase our max health by 5. Hey. Opa, what was I just saying about Max? He's a good guy. We were gonna do this. You approach the meager bandit camp. Lux doesn't look too concerned as you approach. The only thing more menacing than Lux's reputation is her laugh. Chin wagging with a bandit is a risky endeavor, you know? Yeah, did you need something? Yeah, actually, I have a special package on order at the Slurping Snail. Only problem is I'm banned from the premises. You pick it up and bring it back for me. We'll call it a job done. Cool, that doesn't sound, sketchy at all. We had to pick a negotiation card to add. Low blow deals 3 to 4 damage and removes all of a target argument's composure. That's really good. We can just take all the block off of something and then slam it. I am grabbing that card. That is a good card. Here's the cash I owe for the package. This ain't your pay. Bring me back what's mine and there'll be more than this waiting for you, understood? Yeah, sure, no problem. And Oh god, there's a lot of people here. Hey, Zimmon's here. This is why having friends comes in handy, because in addition to the boon we just got, Zimmon's gonna help us out whenever shit starts going down. So, let's talk to the bartender. A good bartender knows how to mix a drink. A better bartender knows how to fight. Your crow does both. We could buy just all kinds of noodles. Let's ask about the package, though. Hey, I'm here to pick up a package. You know anything about that? All I got here is a package for Lux, and she's not getting it until she pays off her tab. Her tab? Yeah, I let Lux run it up for long enough. It's 200 shills deep. So we can just pay that off and sort of skip this whole thing. That's most of our money. We can try and convince him to sell us the package for slightly less. Or we can just jump him. We can just jump him and, like, get that money. You know, if we win. Presumably we would win. Let's negotiate. An important thing about this game that I'm not showing right now is that you kind of don't want to negotiate for everything. Sometimes you want to pick a fight, because if you do all negotiate, at the end of negotiations, you get to choose a negotiation card to put in your negotiation deck. Say negotiation one more motherfucking time. The thing about it is that sometimes you are forced into battles, and if you've done nothing but negotiate, then you are not going to have battle cards in your battle deck when you need to battle. And then the battle will not go well for you. So, I didn't want to pick a fight over this, but sometimes you need to pick a fight over some shit. Just cuz.
Yeah, super.
That sounds suspicious. How do I know you aren't just picking it up for Lux? Open your mind. Oh, we just got healed for 2. That's good, since we were quite low. I'm glad that's something that happened. Let's... do this. Just... oh, it removes the composure first, and then deals damage. That's actually very good, and get some influence. What's next? Let's put some deflection on that. Is that going to kill that anyway? Crap, that's gonna kill that anyway, isn't it? Because they're gonna try and deal 5 damage. And 2 health on the thing, plus 3 block is 5 damage. That sucks. Maybe we can improvise a solution. We can apply 3 composure. Hey. Get blocked on. Targets an opponent's argument each turn for 1 damage. When you deploy a new argument, increase this argument's damage and resolve by 2. Oh, well, let's hit you then. Ooh, I actually need to do this right now. If I destroy this, it heals me for 10. I do add some, like, junk cards to my draw pile. But that's fine. I'm fine with that because we're quite low and it does make me nervous. Can do this and remove composure, and it does not kill it. Dang it. If we use wide deflection, it'll put 4 block on both of these, so influence will survive a turn. So that's good. We could always just get more influence, I guess. But it makes me sad when my stuff does. Oh, also, if, like right here, this is being attacked for 4, but it only has 1 health. So when that gets attacked and dies, if it gets attacked and dies, the spillover damage will go onto my core health. So I think... Oh, no, that's not it, is it? Can I get... Composure? I can. Yeah, I think that's just the best play. Let's just put a bunch of composure on this. And then kill this thing, because it's pissing me off. Yeah, we're just gonna lose that. We can't really take 7. And we drew both of the junk cards. So this is Slurred Speech. You can get these also by buying drinks. But we're fighting a bartender, so he can just throw them in. We can play it, and it will destroy the card and get it out of our deck entirely. But it does cost 2, and that's not great. On the other hand, we can't really do anything else. Like, if I drew 3 cards, I don't know what I would draw that fixes the problem I'm having. I could put Composure on myself to block this, like, 6 blowback damage that's coming at me. Actually, holy shit, I could do that. I could and should do that. And I'm not gonna bother playing Brainstorm because I will have no actions left over. Not useful.
I'm so greedy!
Ah, there it goes. I've set up the soundboard, which is slightly hampered by the fact that I don't actually know what the buttons do if I'm not looking at the numbers, except for 7 and 8, because they do...
Yeah, shaped like there's a bite taken out of it.
Yeah, shaped like there's a bite taken out of it.
And I always know which ones are shaped like there's a bite taken out of it. I'm just gonna strangle this over this way so I can actually see that. That's good. Now I will know where the soundboard lives. It lives over there. It lives in your heart. The soundboard's always with you, if you just believe. I could heal and put more... I could just heal again. We just lost influence. Let's just gain some more influence. And I could fast talk, but I'm not going to. Like, if I play either of those cards, it does nothing. So, I'm gonna end my turn, I guess. Gain 2 composure whenever I play a manipulate card. Okay, that's what's happening. And blocking is technically a manipulation card. So green are negotiation, red are hostility, yeah. Purple are manipulation, and then gold are status. There's ones that aren't junk cards like this, but a lot of them are junk cards like this. So, actually, I think... Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. I could play Deflection right now and get that a little bit settled. Ooh, bait. That's actually better. Let's play bait. So, bait has to be attacked before anything else. And it's absolutely going to die, but I don't care about that. It lets me keep that. And then, like Badroad was saying, now that all of those cards are played, I can play a low blow, remove all of their composure, and deal 3 damage. I haven't done a lot of damage this this fight, which is a shame. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for the cheap heals, hey? This is gonna be bad. I shouldn't even bother playing this card. I would get another 2 stacks of influence and then put 3 block on it, but that's fucking 13 damage coming in. Instead of that, I'm just gonna, like, slap this for 1 as it turns out. Thanks, die roll. And get rid of one of the junk cards. Oh, I'm going to lose this, aren't I? Yeah, I might have lost this already. Yeah, let's just try and put some composure on me in the name of love, but like, yeah, that's not enough. 1 damage still off of that card. Could have done 3, dealt 1 instead. Yeah, I've lost this. I'm about to just, eat 9 damage. The music's about to change. Oh yeah, that's 17 damage coming at me? I can't fix that. Good. I'm just gonna play this drunk card and, I don't know, this. They're called challenging quests for a reason. It's because they're challenging. Well. So, we can just, like... We can't do the battle. We lost the battle. We're gonna have to just pay off the tab, spend all of our money. We could fight. I probably should have fought, actually. That probably would have been better than just spending all of our money, but I made the wrong decision. I got a little flustered and clicked it bad. What if I paid it off instead? You'd do that for Lux? I'm not sure you'd know what you're getting into, but you pay me 200 shills and it's yours. You can tell Lux if she ever wants back in this place, she still has to pay me the difference. Yeah, okay. Hey, asshole. You approach the meager bandit camp. Here you go. 1 package delivered. Wow, really? You're a life... You're rum tunnels. Wow, really? You're a lifesaver. Here's your bonus as promised. Yeah, pleasure. You get paid 70 shills. Oh. I have just a little over 100 shills now. Used to have 250, but hey. Here we are. I also get to pick a graft, which, you know, might make this worth it. So, that's what these bars are. These purple and gold bars. They're buffs that stick around. And do shit for you in every negotiation and battle. You have 3 for each. So what's this? These are all for battle, huh? Whenever you break defense with an attack, apply 2 bleed and gain 4 defense. That doesn't sound terrible. At the start of every 3rd turn, improvise a card from your draw pile. Whenever you improvise a maneuver card, gain 2 defense. Let's just make people bleed. That sounds good. No, I'm not going to give another 100 shills to luck. Fuck you, video game. Healing spring. That'll heal our health, which is at full. Or we could get a spark grenade. Targets 2 random enemies for 6 to 9 damage. Nice. Let's actually do that. Hey, Sal. Excuse me. Hey, Sal. I found something the other day. It made me think of you. You don't have to take it if it'll bog you down, but it's yours. Sure, I will take this grenade. Sure, Bon, thanks. Put that to good use, eh? Oh, I'll probably throw it at a robot cop. That sounds like what that would be useful for. And now we can go back to the Grogan Dog at the end of our day. Fish greets you enthusiastically. Sal, I've lined up a great opportunity for you. Those two over there are night merchants. They sell rare goods you can't get nowhere else. And it just so happens they need your help. You can only be in one place at a time, but either will get you a leg up you sorely need. Go tell them I sent you and integrate yourself. Just be warned they're both persnickety so-and-so, so you're probably going to have to cheese off the one you don't pick. Huh. Sounds neat, thanks, Fish. Rake or Endo? What do you want, Rake? What is your special job? Fish says you're looking for help. I guess I am. You see, I just punch my problems until they stop moving, but some problems are too big to punch. So what can I do for you? I run a combat training operation, but I need an extension on my debts or I might have to close up shop. If you buy me a little more time, I'll take you to our secret market and you can get your hand on good goods. Let's go see what the other job is first. Either Endo's got a smudge on his nose, or the call of the divine has turned his gaze within. Hey, I'm a friend of Fish's. How can I help? Fish tells me you are pretty good with a blade. I'd get by. It sounds like you need something stabbed. Does it have 2 legs or 4? Yes. Let's just call it an infestation, and it's getting in the way of my good deeds. I'll get you there, and you lash your steel, or whatever it is hunters do. Agreed? I don't know, I kind of want to help the hot boxer lady instead of, you know, whatever you're doing. Yeah, we just did all this. Accept the job. Sounds like we have a deal. Lead the way, and I'll do the talking. Ah, beauty. Thanks, Hunter. I should have thought about this being a negotiation task. I still have no resolve, which means I am not allowed to negotiate. That's fine. We're in a place where we can fix that. Yeah, piss off. Let's buy a drink real quick. Gained 15 resolve. And put junk cards in our deck. 15 of 37. Let's buy a second drink real quick. Liquid courage? Absolutely. I am the most powerful thing on this peninsula. Don't worry about all the massive animals you've heard about and seen. Don't worry about it. It's just me. My best friend, green alcoholic slime said so.
I'm here for a good slime, not a long slime.
Rake leads you to a desolate beach. Here's the place. Remember, we can't fight our way through this. Trust me, I've tried. With that warning, you're joined by a merchant with a stiff collar and a sneer to match. Is that supposed to be a beard? Because it's not. It's really flat against the neck pieces. I'm here for the money, Rake. Kaisho's tired of excuses. And who the hesh are you? Hired muscle? No, please, let's not be hasty. I get offered to beat Benawem up. We were told that we can't punch our way through this. Let's try not to. Apply some composure and just throw hands. There we go. And succinctly thrown. So this is a merchant, is Benawem. Benawem is a merchant. All of the different, like, factions have their own thing that they do. The bartender we talked to, like, gained composure. We saw that. The merchants have a bunch of stuff that can make you pay them money. No, he didn't take our money. He simply gave us the option to pay 5 shills and deal 5 damage to him. 5 mental damage. Basically saying, here is some money. Maybe you could see this more my way. It doesn't cost any actions. It does cost 5 money whenever we draw it. Oh, we have drawn it. There's other cards like that. We'll see how that goes. In the meantime, let's apply some composure. We might as well do low blow. Like, it doesn't expend it, and it deals the most damage out of anything we have. What's vulnerability? All resolve losses increased by 1. Remove 1 stack at the start of your turn. That seems pretty good. I think I want 1 more bonus action next turn, though. And stomp him in the nuts. I guess since it's a verbal low blow, right? So we in fact did just tell him that his beard looks bad. Oh, we can bribe him. We could bribe him. What is this? When destroyed, Sal gains draw 1 extra card at the start of your turn. That sounds good. Okay, let's get some composure up. Let's gain some influence. And then we can just... drawing 1 extra card doesn't excite me that much. We should just deal... damage. And then put more influence in our hand. Or in our brain. Here's the thing, is that I like the system, but I like it mechanically. In terms of, like, mapping it onto real-world functions, the idea that, like, Sal and Benawem are out here, like, standing on a moonlit shore yelling at each other. It's sort of, just kind of a thing. Still fun, very fun. But the idea that we're... oh, well... bad deal. Pay 15 shills if you end your turn with this card. Take 8 damage. I don't like that. Let's draw 3 cards, because these ones all sucked. Smack for 3. Let's... if we put 3 composure on the influence back here, it won't die when it takes damage, which is really all we can do. I think that's fine, honestly. And just to get them the fuck out of the deck, let's just, like...
Tashanta.
Pay 5, and do some damage. Hey there, Riz. Just standing on a moon yelling at an alien is what I dreamed about as a child. I'm happy to make your dreams come true. As an entertainer, it's what I strive for. Block. Threaten. 1 damage. Could have done 4, did 1 instead. Wonderful. 39 months is a long time. That's almost 3 years. No, I don't want to pay another fucking... I don't want to pay another 5. I could probably kill you next turn, depending on how I draw. Oh yeah, these are good draws. There we go. Low blow. Deal 4 damage. Oh, well, I'm not going to get all the way there, am I? I probably can if I do kickback. So we play these other 2. And then hope I deal at least 3, which I did. Wonderful. We have successfully renegotiated a debt restructuring. So that's good. Ah, here we go. This is the synergy I want. I actually think I've never seen this card before. Gains 3 damage each time this is drawn while you have influence. So that's the purpose of having, like, more than 1 stack of influence and trying to keep it alive, is that there's other things that care about you having influence in your deck. And I think I want that. And we have upgraded our deflection. It can either apply 3 composure and draw us a card, or apply 6 composure, but then it leaves for the length of the battle. Let's take that. Length of the negotiation. Battle is a different thing. A living customer is a paying customer, and that's what you want, isn't it? Yeah, provided she'll actually pay. I've decided this is Griffin McElroy impersonating a rich person. Fine, I'll give Rake another week. But after that, I'll make a thumb motion across my neck to imply that she'll be murdered. Venom slinks into the night, leaving nothing but his threat behind.
Bazooka.
A week! Actually, that really saves my skin. You have no idea. So, we're satisfied? Satisfied, relieved, ready to party, you name it. Let's go to the night market, huh? We've got something to celebrate, you and I. Oh, let's work on those night moves. This is it, huh? It's pretty modest. Hey, you want fancy or you want cheap? This is where folks come to get an edge for a good price. And you know me, I've paid a lot for edging. And now you can be one of those people. Rake now likes you and will offer you discounts in her shop. And Endo, who we sort of snubbed, now dislikes me and will charge me more if I ever go to his shop. Right, you sell battle cards. You run the boxing ring. That's what that's about. This is the most important person in the video game. That was a car. This is the most important person in the video game. This is Frolic of the Beast. Frolic of the Beast stands before you, surrounded by various animal parts and accessories. Quick, what's the most dangerous beast in Havaria? Is it people? Ha! Not even close. The most dangerous animal in Havaria is Oh. Yeah, you got it. It is people. Anyway, if you want to add to your pack, you've come to the right place. Frolux sells us animal friends. Currently not very good animal friends. It does turn out it's man. Let's see, killer. What the heck is that thing? This is a juvenile shroog. Fully grown, these things are terrors of the Rolach, apex predators in a land of apex predators. But they start out like this little cutie. He's so grumpy. He's also very expensive. I don't have money for these cool animals. Let us come back later when we have money for cool animals. In the meantime, I guess we just go back home, where nothing bad is happening. It's late when you get back to the Groggen Dog, but you can spot trouble before you even step onto its porch. You slip quietly behind an overturned table before anyone notices, or so you think. Taisho's hand grabs you under the collar, yanking you out to the weak lumen light of the bar. Urgh! She kicks you hard in the ribs, but you manage to keep your breath. You're gonna need it. Stay down. Go down quiet, Hunter. I promise it'll be just like going to sleep. We can convince someone nearby to help us, or we can just attack. I think we're going to need help. Along with you're the bouncer. I'm hired to keep ruffians out. Aisha is a class of her own. This is gonna go quick. I'm not gonna let this asshole not do his job.
Cheers, Homer.
We need to bust this thing instantly. So this is crafty. It hides intense and target previews, so we don't know where the damage is coming from. We don't know what's being targeted. It's coming from here. And they wish 4 damage to be done to us. I say no. So their core argument is double-edged. Whenever they deal damage, they get block equal to that damage. If they attack and manage to not deal any damage at all, because we put up a lot of block, then they just take 3. Can we keep that influence up? We can. And we can also just deal 7 damage straight up. What is this? Targets an opponent argument each turn for 2 damage. At the end of each turn, double the damage this argument deals. Oh, let's take that out very quickly. Let's use the one that isn't full on EXP. Ah! Wonderful, let's do that. So we have this little bar. The flourish bar, it's been building while we've been going. But now it's up full, which means we get to do a cool thing. We can dismiss all enemy intents, which means, like, we don't take damage this turn. They don't add anything new to their board this turn. We just, like, get to smack them around for free for 1 turn. We can heal ourselves for 10, which I don't know what we're at right now, but that's probably not bad. Or we can gain 5 influence and put 5 composure on the influence we gain. That's not super helpful right now. I think just dismissing all intent is better. Yeah. Free hits, free hits, free hits. Let's do that. And I probably should have brainstormed to see if I can't pull the... Oh, it wouldn't have mattered because we couldn't have played it anyway. I was thinking about, like, maybe if we, like, brainstorm, maybe we could have pulled Beguile and had it do 10 damage, but we wouldn't have had enough actions for it anyway. Let's just get some more... Do a little damage and get some more influence. And there it is. Get out of here. Ooh, another low blow. That card's actually great, and I'm gonna take a second one. And we can upgrade our fast talk. It can deal 6 instead of 1 to 3, and then we destroy it. Or, it can do 2 to 3, so it raises the floor on it by 1. And if we spend 1 influence, it costs 0 to play. So, yes. Are you gonna make me do your job for you? Yeah, I guess not. Okay. Great to have you on the team, Alongwe. You can cast from HP? Not even. I can cast from the HP of something else. Let's defend ourselves against Sparky. Is this the first time we've seen the battle screen? It is, isn't it? So it's... The general play is basically the same, except it's a lot more damage versus blocking. Let's just put some D on ourselves. And smack as hard as we can. So, this is an important number down here. The health bar, obviously, is 92 because we just dealt some. This other one is their panic gauge. So, if we can do 82 more damage, which is lower than their, like, maximum health they can take, they panic instead, and will try to surrender. We can let them surrender if we want. Sometimes you don't want to. What do we want? We can apply 2 defense and then... Yeah, let's do that. So, let's apply 4 defense and apply 4 defense. So we will not be taking any damage. And then... put... Saber Grip into our hand. We'll deal 2 damage, apply 2 bleed. That makes them take damage each turn, as you might expect. Oh hey, Alongwe's finally gonna attack. Like 3 times for 8 damage. That's not nothing. Let's just put 4 defense, decide we're going to take the other 3, and then stab twice. This time we will be taking no damage, which is concerning, because it means they're going to do something else. So let's take the opportunity and just, like, wail in. Giving yourself counter. So counter does about what you would expect. We hit, we take, in this case, 4 back at us because they have 4. But we're not being attacked otherwise, so actually if we defend ourselves for 4 and then do that thing with the bleed again, we'll block the counterattack, and then they'll take 2 damage, and then eat 2 bleed damage later. And let's get this trunk card out of our hand. Oh, that's a lot of damage at once. We can both survive 14 and 17. So I think rather than trying to mitigate it at all, let's just fucking go ham. And again. Improvise, gain 1 power, draw and discard, apply 1 impair. Impair reduces damage that they deal, but they're not dealing damage to us, and it'll drain off of them by the time it's... So it'll drain off of them by the time that it matters. I'm mousing over your cards to try and read them like I can do that from here. I understand we're on a delay, but I'm trying to, like, talk about what each of them does. I'm failing in a lot of cases. Enrage just has us gain 1 power. That means all of our attacks go up by 1. And I think that's the most useful thing we can do currently. I'm not using the Spark Grenade because it targets 2 enemies, and using it against a single enemy, you know, it's not maximum value, and that's not how I want to play. I want to play maximum value. I'm a powered gamer. By which I mean I'm a gamer that runs on AC power. And we're just gonna slash for that, and then... Oh, they're not gonna take enough bleed damage to go into panic, but next turn we can just slap them. That's fine. Ooh, you're taking aim, and don't get me wrong, I'm very scared. So they're trying to surrender. We can accept that surrender and end that fight. We can choose to just execute them. There are people that won't enjoy that choice. But we would, like, probably get some shit off of it. I'm not particularly interested in leaving alive a thug that my worst enemy sent after me. That seems bad, actually. Sparky's Oppressor Cell. A 0-cost card where we gain 3 temporary power. We also get metal, we also get money, we also restore resolve. We can choose 1 battle and 1 negotiation card because there's a boss fight. Bloodbath. Whenever you apply bleed, apply 1 bleed to all other enemies. I already have some bleed cards. If I just want to, like, start a bleed build, I think there's not a... I think that's a pretty good go. Let's look at the other 2. Apply 4 defense, increased by 2 for each card discarded this turn. I don't really have stuff that discards cards. Whenever you gain attack, gain 1 combo. I don't like combo as a mechanic. So, combo is a buff that sticks around, but it doesn't do anything by itself. There are a lot of cards that care about combo, so if you, like, want to build your deck that way, you can just keep stacking combo until you can play a finisher that blows your opponent out of the fucking water. I like bleed. Bleed's good and simple. Anything in the negotiation card. Improvise a card that costs 0 from your pile. Apply 2 composure to all friendly arguments. Expend all non-hostility cards in your discard pile. Deal 2 damage to a random opponent argument for every card expended. I think we'll just take Calm. You're starting to get a reputation for violence. I killed 1 guy! 1! Katie's in the other room. It's like, that's all it takes. It's like, yeah, but, like, I haven't fought anyone all day. I didn't fight anyone all day. I got into one battle because he threatened to kill me because he's working for my worst enemy. And yes, I killed him, but that gets me a reputation for violence? I'm justified. I'm in the right here. Yeah, it was in front of 12 other people who all saw that he threatened my life. Okay. Me at my performance review. Look, I haven't fought anyone all day. And honestly, that's why I deserve a $2.50 raise. And I'm on your side. You're correct. And we get a graph. At the start of your turn, reduce the cost of a random card in your hand by 1 until played. Gain 1 action at the start of your turn. Your core argument takes 2 damage at the end of your turn, every turn. Gain 1 action at the start of your turn. Bystanders and pets no longer assist you in negotiations. We're going to take this thing that reduces costs of things. It's called the Interior Drill, and it looks like that. Probably don't worry about it. Fish carefully navigates the mess of her bar, favoring her side. She doesn't look too badly injured, but she's not as young as she used to be. Oh, that shocked a rotten oyster, but we've been through worse, and we're both still standing. I can't believe she came for you like that. You. She doesn't care about anyone, does she? She's just a monster all the way down. Well, what's done is done. Fire's only good if it stokes the engine, kid. I should have gone for Kaisho as soon as I arrived. Now dragged you into it, too. Nah, none of that. You got a bit of grit in your eye. You'll wink it out once you get some sleep. I got a room set up for you in the back. With Kaisho gone, the few patrons that remained returned to their drinks. Those that weren't spilled, anyway. Yeah, let's open the map and see if there's anything interesting happening out here, but there isn't. 84 isn't enough to buy a cool, fun animal friend. So I'll have to deal with that later. I'm so mad at Lux. Rest in the back. A good night's rest can't hurt unless I wake up dead, that is. Akasha won't come back on my watch. And the back's barricaded, the front has me. Good night. Fish leads you through a curtain behind the bar, nodding towards the cozy room at the back. Your bed calls to you. The sounds outside remind you of the bog, back when you had a future to hope for and plans to make. And we come to the end of our first broadcast day. We have one person who loves us. We have several people who like us. Endo doesn't like us, but who gives a shit? And ISO hates us, but that's not new, so it's not listed here. This seems like a great time to take a short break. So we're going to go to the BRB here in just a moment. Before we do that, we wish to remind you that Black Lives Matter, that Indigenous lives and lands matter, and that the lives of people of color matter. That there is a civil rights movement in this country that has been ongoing for decades, centuries, as Black Americans fight for basic human rights and decency. That shouldn't have to be the case, but that is the case because America is a terrible country. We have some links that we would like for you to look at. Under the donate command are organizations that are helping people on the ground right now. The Bail Fund Network, helping to keep people out of jail. The Okra Project and Black Trans Travel Fund, getting food, supplies, and transportation out of dangerous situations for Black, trans, and non-binary people. And the Black Hills Legal Fund, the Lakota People's Fund to help take back their land, the Six Grandfathers, which was stolen as every inch of the country was stolen, arbitrarily renamed to Mount Rushmore, and had white people's faces carved into it with dynamite. under the action commander things you can do to be of some use right now. Letters you can write to your lawmakers, petitions you can sign, and the ACLU Racism and Policing Correspondence course, which I guess we're just going to keep up indefinitely until it is no longer necessary. A short email correspondence course that goes through the history of policing in this country, why they are terrible at the things that they claim to be good at, and terrifyingly good at the things we wish that they would never do. These are good places to start off, but if you have the internet in front of you, a plethora of information is at your fingertips. If these don't speak to you, please do your own research and find some way to give your energy to the civil rights movement, because building a better future is everyone's responsibility. It is everybody's fight. And battle white supremacy wherever we find it, globally, locally, and within ourselves. We're going to go to the break. Quick 3-minute BRB, stand up, stretch your legs, get some water, do some self-care. We have no stance on you blocking our ads, and we will be back shortly. Please join us then. So it seems like we're back. I'm gonna call the stream here for the moment. Because just before I went live, we got a delivery from Amazon, and the delivery from Amazon was a water heater. Our water heater developed a severe leak, like 2 days ago, and fortunately we were able to get a replacement really quickly, but we need to get that put in, or at least see if we can get it put in. So I'm gonna go help with that. The idea is that hopefully we will get it done relatively quickly, and maybe I'll come back for the late stream at 8:30. I might not. We'll see how it goes. For right now, though, I have been Kristi, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe.